So I'm going to try and show you a mix for this. This is my second layer of the floor. It's LECA coated with NHL 3.5 lime. And I've put one layer of loose LECA down already, that's the capillary break. And this next layer is to stop any moisture wicking up that might go into my floor, which it invariably will because it's really damp here and at some of the houses below earth level. And even though I put a French drain in and stuff, I think there still will be some moisture and they get very wet winters. So you can buy LECA or another brand of light expanding clay aggregate coated with cement for this layer. That would make things a lot simpler, but I don't want to use more cement. I want to use lime. If I was braver, I'd probably use Calviva that I've been using all over the walls, but I want it to be, I don't want to have to redo this job, so I'm not taking any chances, and I haven't found anybody that's coating it in Calviva or lime putty. And so I'm going to use NHL 3.5, which is sort of the middle range of more cementitious limes. There's this one here in the bag. So my ratio, I put the wheelbarrow up on 3 bags of Next Clay, the LECA, so that I'm working at a decent height. And I've just timed my mixes. It's very small mixes. I just wanted to find out if I could use my hands rather than renting or borrowing a machine and a person to use it. And it's taken me 13 minutes, really slow, like, you know, lazy, not lazy, but like relaxed mix. And that's covered about a foot square, maybe that, I'm not sure, maybe less than that. I'm doing it 10 centimeters thick. So I'll just quickly run through what I'm doing so that you get to see what I'm doing as a mix. I'm going to put my goggles on in a minute because there's a slight breeze today and I'm working with the lime. I don't want it in my eyes and I don't want to inhale it, so I want a mask and gloves at that point, but I won't need it for the first bit. I'll try and talk you through it in a way that makes sense. Okay, you need lots of buckets around, but I'm actually only using my favourite tool, which is a yogurt pot. So one of these yogurt pots, and I'll fill it 6 times. So that's 6 lots, I hope. I don't go back and count it and say 7. And then water is one of these containers. And I put maybe 2/3 of this on the LECA now. So it's soaking some of that up. And then I mix that up a little bit so that it's all coated in water. All coated in water. Now I'm going to, while that's sort of soaking in, I'm going to put my mask on, take my glasses off, and put my goggles on. I get a bit blasé about working with the lime, and I shouldn't, because I did get it in my eye once and it bloody well hurt and I had to rinse it out really quickly. Luckily it was only a little bit, but it could have really done a lot of damage. So, quick mix again. It hasn't soaked it all up yet, but the idea of this LECA, the reason people use it is it's an insulation material for a start. It soaks up moisture and then releases it. And also it's much lighter than doing this with gravel, which is what a lot of people used to use. So this is the alternative. What I haven't done is look up the environmental cost of LECA. It seems to be quite a new product. I don't know much about it really, but I just know that I wanted it for this job. At least it's a natural material, but that doesn't mean it doesn't have a big carbon footprint. I've no idea. The NHL has a bigger carbon footprint than Calviva. That's why I would rather use Calviva. But yeah, this is a job that I've chosen to use NHL for. So the ratio is 3 to 1, so I've done 6 containers of leca. So I will do 2 containers of NHL. Make a little space for it there. I don't put it all in at once. I put one at a time. You can just get your hands in, that's the beauty of doing it by hand. I must say it's so nice to work with the wheelbarrow at this height to mix. It's like building my kitchen units to accommodate my tall legs. If you can do it with your working outside as well, why not? Save my back. My back gets really, really destroyed doing these jobs. So this is definitely labour saving, back saving. So it's mostly covered. What you're trying to avoid is big lumps of the NHL clumping together. That's why you put the 2 things separately and a bit more water later. I'm not talking while I'm mixing because it's hard to hear. So this is what it looks like. Hopefully it won't fall on the floor, and hopefully you can see it because I can't adjust the focus with my lime fingers. And then I just decant it into buckets. It's very light. That's why it's called light expanding clay aggregate. And that ratio makes, I'm not sure how many litres these buckets are. Doesn't really matter because they're going by ratio. So now I can take my safety stuff off. I'll put my gloves back on because once it's mixed in, I'm not really worried about the lime so much. I will be careful, but I'll still wear my gloves. And what I'll do now is I'll go inside, I'll turn the laser level back on so that I'm definitely getting it all at 10 centimetres deep. That's the depth I want on this layer. And the laser level, I wouldn't be able to do it without it really. It's really, really useful. I think it costs like €55. And hopefully other people can use it after I'm done with it, because I doubt I'll need it for very many things in the future, hopefully. And then I just tamp it in with a trowel, a big trowel. And yeah, I'm not sure how many days this is going to take. This is my first day, it's only my 4th mix, and I might change the whole setup as I find better ways to do it. Maybe not, maybe this is the best way already, don't know. And yeah, I'm hoping that this will have a couple of weeks to dry before I put the next hempcrete layer on top. I have to leave in 5 weeks, so yeah, I'm really hoping that I get this done in less than a week. But we'll see how my back does really, that's probably the main thing. And I'll make another video inside later. I just can't move it around and set it up while I'm doing this because I'm rubbish at making videos, as you can see.